Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. We're doing our budget, closing our January, starting our February, so if you like these kind of videos, just keep on watching. Alright guys, so not sure if you noticed something new, but I fixed the Canon. Yes, I did. Maybe it needed a break. I actually didn't fix anything. I mean, I blew some air in it, you know, changed the stand on it, and for some reason, voila, just like that, is not working. So what I decided is I'm going to use the Canon for these kind of videos, which will be for budgeting. Not sure about the planners. Sometimes I do, I don't do it often on the planners, but anything that has to do with a table, the Canon will be it, hopefully, if it continues to record, because as you guys know, I had a crappy time with doing the action camera on, actually here on the, you have it's like the settings, there's so many settings on there. I gotta figure it out, and I did figure out that the upload was the problem on giving me the two-tone color. It was not the camera. I did do a new editing software for that, and then now it actually looks better, but it doesn't give you a good clarity of like what I'm seeing basically, right, from doing the budget, because you have to be so high up in this, like up more versus close, and then when I crop it to get close, it gets all blurry and stuff. So yeah, the problems of a YouTuber. Yay! Whoever said this was easy, they lied to you. Being a YouTuber is very hard, especially when you gotta edit your own videos, by the way. Let's go to this. Stop mambling around. So we're doing January. I do have to calculate my sinking funds for the end of January, start February. I believe I already have February set up. Yes, I do. We have February already set up. And I think that's it. We don't have anything else set up. This is the main. Yeah, February seems to be set up. Main sinking funds and the envelopes, right? So this is supposed to be the envelopes, and then I don't have March set up, and then I have another plan for March, which we'll talk about later. But let's get into this. Let's go into the bank, see what's the damage. Today is Friday. We do this every Friday for the month of January, every single time. All my budgets are the same. I stick to this because this is what works for me. You need to find what works for you. So I don't do these recaps often. I usually do them maybe about 3 times a year or so, where I go back and I show you if anything changed, if I changed anything, if I found anything new that I liked, that kind of stuff. So what we're gonna do is get to this and stop rambling my life away. That's what I'm gonna do. And I am so glad that my Canon is actually working. I will be so upset if it stops working. So a few things did come in that we have to scratch off. Everything was cleared out. Everything going forward was supposed to be actually positive. Let's see. So this was a correction. 7219. Do I have a 7219 anywhere? Okay, 3395, 6926. That's supposed to be a wash off. 154. Okay, so we do have 1492.36, and this is deposit for the 31st. Get our handy dandy calculator. 721908 plus 1492.36. I get 8711.44. Is that what I get? No. So I'm off somewhere. Let's figure it out. weird. Yes, okay. So is this too far out? Yeah, I want you to see the calculator too, but missing one deposit of 154. And then, so 87, 11, 44 plus the 154. This gives me exactly what we have in the bank. So we balance to that. So that's the balance at the end of January that I'm bringing over to my February. So which is balance forward as of February 1st. And that's 88.65.44, and of course that clears. And then a few things did come in because today is February 2nd, so a few things did come in already for February. For February, which it was the 3075 cleared. And we have a deposit that came in 52 that cleared. And then we have, which is fine, we can actually do this, that came in already. It's one of our bills, the Best Buy, that automatically comes out every single month. So let's reduce the 3075 plus the 52 minus the 150 gives me 87.36.69. So before we get to bills, let's do our sinking funds, which this is what I like to do because I get to color inside my sinking funds. 69.26 came in. Okay. Then we had a deposit for the 31st, which is easy deposit. Ugh, I did it backwards. So we have 23.57.30 plus 10.80. We get 34.37.30. Yep, and that's the end of January. So nothing else came in but deposits. And then that's what we're gonna play here as of February 1st, which is the balance. And our balance is 34.37.30, which is every same thing that from here. Clearly, we didn't do no shopping, thank God. And I didn't have to highlight anything. Oh, but I like the highlighting. All right, so now our envelopes. This is the time where we go in and we fund our envelopes. We do what we have to do in order to start our envelopes in February. So that's what this is, and clearly it was not completed. Hold on. Okay, I found another ruler, thank God. As you guys maybe know, I have a grandson. Clearly I have plenty. We have 5, but actually no, we got more than 5. Let's see, we got JJ, Nico, Didi, Micah, and DJ. No, 5, okay. Oh, and the 2 dogs, that's who I'm thinking about. Toby and Booty, those are Jun's kids. But what I was gonna say, I got sidetracked. Oh, Nico, as you may already know, I'm sure I mentioned it before, he's autistic. He got diagnosed a few months back, and we're dealing with that. But when he comes in, he likes to bend things, like bend them, rotate them in his hand. That's like one of his things that he loves to do. So he'll take like this pen and he'll just likes to do this, and he likes to do it with this. And the reason I'm telling you the story is he broke one of my rulers when he came over recently this week, and he was trying to roll it, but clearly this is a square, you can't roll it, and he just plop and cracked it. So I know I know he doesn't know any better, so it upset me for like a hot minute. I took a deep breath, and look at me about to cry about my baby. And it's a ruler. I can buy plenty. It's nothing that he did wrong. It's nothing that he doesn't understand things. So clearly he broke the ruler, so this is the only one I got left, which reminds me I gotta go buy more because this is very big. I liked the one he broke because it was like smaller, but what can we do, So let's see. But that's Nico. That's my baby. Now for February, before I go doing all of this, since we didn't do anything, we just have to balance these out. So some of these, if you can tell from the top, I changed some of the balances because I changed my direct deposit to be more. So at one point it was $975, and starting now is gonna be $1080. So these are gonna be a little off because they're not, I'm giving it extra money at one point or another. And since this was not 1080, I'm off by how much? $105. So I have to balance off the envelopes by $105. So if I divide the 105, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 9, how much do I get? About $10. So like instead of $455, I gotta put $445 just for the end of this, because then the next month is gonna be 1080 and 1080 for the direct deposits. It'll be balanced. So then I can do the $455. But for this time around, I have to take out the $10. It doesn't average out completely to the dollar. So I could do $11 each, and then one of them, I know the other is the only one that is gonna be a different amount, and I'd rather do it in the other than anything else. Okay, so I totally forgot to not white it out so you guys can see, and I ended up noticing here, and I was like, oh man, so you guys can see the difference. I mean, I'm pretty sure I can go here and show you what was what. So we changed it up a little bit. So this is what they used to be. Grocery was $450. Starting February, they're gonna be $455. Taxes was $170. We're giving it $180. Membership was $85. We're doing $60, which is less. Car was $165. We're gonna do $470, and I'm explaining that in a minute. Christmas was $165. I'm doing $170. Clothes was $125. I'm doing $130. Home is $330, and we're doing $335. Medical was $250. I'm doing $260, and then the other was $160, and we brought it down to $100. So now I gotta reduce the amount by the 10 for each one just to balance out this month. So I want to say, what was it? 1080 minus the 975 brings me 105. Then we have to divide that by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divide that by the 9. Gives me 1166. So I'm gonna do 10. Should I do 11? I'm gonna do 11 and then until I get to the other. So if I do 11 times 8 gives me the 88 minus the 105. That means the other, I have to reduce it by 17. That's all that means. And I'm wondering if I should just do 12. 12 by 8 minus 105. Oh, okay. I could do 12. So I can reduce it by 12. And then when I get to this one, it's going to be $9 instead of 12. And other is not really specific folder for anything. I'd rather have more money into the ones I know they're designated to something versus the one that's not designated to anything, if you understand what I mean. So I could just do, let's see, it's supposed to be 9. We can do 10. 10, it'll be 80 minus the 105, it'll be 25. So we're gonna do 10. So I'm gonna do the less. So 10 to each of these, and then when I get to this one, is gonna be 25 bucks, which I'm fine with. So instead of 405 that we're supposed to put into it, obviously we're taking out the 10, right? That's what I said, 10, which it brings us to the 445. So usually at this part, if you've never seen these videos before, I take the balance that is at the bottom of this and I come down here somewhere where I have enough space, and I put all my current balances here at the bottom of each envelope, because this is the current balance at the end of January 31st, right? This was negative 212.42. This one was negative 66.23, and then I have 248.30. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to add these up because this is my actual envelope total balance. Probably can't see the calculator, but sorry. 4070, 7748, 192.30, 248.30, and then I'm subtracting the 212.42 because that's clearly negative 66.23. I got a balance of 1382.30. Now don't forget we had the 975 and the 1080, and this is where the part where we're trying to balance out the 975 and the 1080 into each envelope. So we need to make sure I get 2055. So let me zoom you out a little bit so you guys can see that I am clearly with the calculator and a scrap piece of paper writing down notes of my numbers. So I need to have 2055 to deposit into each envelope. So I'm gonna do pencil because, you know, I'm not perfect. And if I do $10 out of each, this is supposed to be $445. $10 from the 180 is 170. The 60 is gonna be 50. 470, 460, 170, 160. So I'm just reducing the amount by $10. 120, 335, 325, 260, 250, and then here was supposed to be 100, but we're not going to do the 100, we're doing 25, so it'll be 75. So I need to make sure that these numbers total the 2055 because that's what actually got deposited into the account. So 50, 460, 160, 120, 325, 250, and 75. So I balance to 255 because this what the This is what the deposit went through. Now, I can go ahead and fund my envelopes for February. So this is where I go ahead and I total the top, add the bottom, so I can go ahead and balance my fund my envelopes. And then this total here, once you add up your new balance for February, should total what you have on your register here. 88.65 40, oh no, sorry, that's the main account, my bad. 34.37.30. That's what we should have here. 34.37.30. As usual, you know. Alright, so we're just gonna total all the envelopes. So I got 179.97 plus the 445. I got 624.97. Now I'm gonna do that with all of the envelopes and come right back. Okay, back. I just remembered after I was right here, I'm like, I could have just kept recording and I could have just sped it up, but too late. I totaled every single envelope up, and I did balance that. Every total of every envelope was 30. My total is 34.37.30, which is exactly what we have in our register starting in February. 34.37.30. So these balances are the ones that we're gonna bring over here. So usually what I do is I do my colors first, and I got the groceries, which is pink. Taxes is purple. I feel like I don't remember half of these, but I do. Memberships is gray. Car is yellow. Then I have car. I remember, but I don't remember. It's kind of like sad. My brain. Car, Christmas. Where's Christmas? Right here. Christmas. Christmas clothing is brown. Brown. Doesn't look brown. Orange is home. I got blue for medical. The lavender for other. And the green for the total. Now on the top here is where we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put, I don't need a calculator anymore. I'm gonna put groceries, taxes, memberships, car, Christmas, clothes, home, medical, other, and total. Then here is the new numbers that's gonna go going forward starting in February, which should work out because now my pay period knows that I want the new balances on here. 470, 170, 130, 335, 260, 100, and then my new envelope deposit is 2160 every month. That's gonna be going into the envelope funding. Okay, so now I can sit here and explain the changes. So the reason we changed the car is because we ended up purchasing the truck for Tennessee. Or we got our, we purchased the truck. We were able to find one. We got a good deal in Carvana, which starting in February we start paying. And now I have to put an envelope in there to offset the payments and the insurance and stuff. So that's what all of this is, the $470. So the $470 in this envelope is for the repairs of the vehicle, gas for the vehicle. I want to say that's it. Basically, it's more gas and repairs. And then I can use just one envelope because now it's only one car versus two. So I gotta bring over the amounts for the sinking funds that we just funded. Right. So now I'm gonna put these numbers here, meaning it's the balance of our sinking funds. And of course the battery is dying. All right, new battery. All right, let's put the balances in. 624, 97, 855, 14, 287.06, 570, 237.08, 237.48. Look at that. Thank God I relooked. 312.30, 112.58, 183.77, 323.30. And our new balance is 34.37.30. Then what else do we have? Now we have to go ahead and put all the bills for, obviously, February, and let's see what we got. And then these are the new numbers. Okay, so now I have to go and put how much we spent in each envelope to keep it here, to keep our totals going for the year. So if you take your balance from above. Because don't forget, we don't fund things till the beginning of the following month. So I take the top number minus the bottom. That gives me the balance of what we spent in that envelope, 226.02. So now I go here and I'm gonna put 226.02, which is the grand total. Then in January, here we're gonna put 226.02. So now here's where the total starts. When at the end of February you do the same thing and you bring over your balance, you're gonna put your balance here, then you total those two up to get your total for the next month, to begin that next total over. So hope that makes sense. Now I'm gonna take the 695.14 minus, well, it was just $10. So taxes, 10. So if there was a balance here, I would have totaled it here, and then this number that totals there is what I would have put here, basically. And then it continues that way all the way to the end of the year. Here is 277.69 minus 237.06, 40.63. 40.63, 40.63, and I'm just gonna continue that. Okay, so here's the totals. Ending in with the main, you got 88.65.44 for January. We had 34.37.30 for the sinking funds. Here's all the funding for the envelopes. So starting February, Here's the beginning balances of a tally for your envelopes on how much you're spending every month. Here's the ending for the main, $49.87.75 and $37.30 for the sinking funds. And then here's the tally for all the envelopes. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.